Let's get right into it. Number 1. L'appel du vide. Picture this. You're standing on a high bridge, waiting for a subway train, driving down a long, empty road. And then, bam, a thought hits you. What if I jumped? Or what if I just swerved? That thought instantly feels dangerous. It feels wrong. Like something in your brain just glitched. But here's what almost nobody tells you. Millions of people have this exact thought. And nope, it doesn't mean you want to do it. That thought is not a desire, it's not an urge, and it's definitely not your brain asking you to do it. What's actually happening is much simpler and much safer. Your brain is running a rapid danger simulation, a split-second test, a warning system firing at full volume. It throws the most extreme scenario possible at you to force awareness, to make you notice the edge, the speed, the risk. This happens most in places that are high, fast, or crowded, such as bridges, skyscrapers, subway platforms, open roads, because that's where zoning out can get you killed. Psychologists even have a name for this: l'appel du vide, the call of the void. Number 2, the sniff test. Now let's talk about what nobody admits out loud. You smell yourself, your sweat, your breath, your clothes, sometimes even things you really shouldn't be sniffing. And the second you catch yourself doing it, you think, why did I just do that? That's disgusting. What is wrong with me? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Almost everyone does this. And it's not bad manners. It's not a weird habit. It's ancient. Your brain is running an evolutionary health check. Long before mirrors or doctors existed, smell was how humans detected danger. Infection, spoilage, disease. So when you instinctively sniff yourself, your brain is asking one simple question: am I okay? It's checking for warning signs. Anything off? Anything new? Anything that could mean something's wrong. You're not being disgusting. You're monitoring your own body the same way humans have for thousands of years. So the next time you catch yourself doing the sniff test, remember this. That behavior didn't come from bad habits. It came from survival. And here's the thing. This isn't the only terrifying thought your brain uses to protect you. Number 3, hypervigilance. Let's make this simple. Have you ever been sitting in a cafe or a movie theater? Everything normal, everything safe, and suddenly your brain starts planning? You notice where the exits are. You watch who just walked in. You think, if something bad happened, what would I do? And then you stop yourself and think, why am I thinking like this? Am I paranoid? Why can't I just relax like everyone else? Here's the truth. Your brain isn't broken. It's doing its job. For most of human history, there was no such thing as a safe public place. Being around other people always carried risk, so the brain learned to constantly scan for danger. Even when nothing is actually wrong, that habit never went away. So when you're in a public space, your brain automatically checks exits, notices unusual behavior, imagines worst-case scenarios. Not because it expects violence, but because it wants you to be ready just in case. Psychologists call this hypervigilance. It's a survival system that hasn't updated to modern life yet. So if you've ever felt strange for mentally planning an escape from a perfectly boring situation, don't worry. Your brain isn't looking for trouble. It's not obsessed with danger. It's just trying to protect you the same way it always has, even when you're just sitting there trying to enjoy your coffee. Number 4, sudden social sabotage. Imaging, a funeral, a serious meeting, everyone sitting still, no one laughing. And then your brain goes, what if I just screamed something insane right now? Or worse, what if I stood up and did the one thing I'm absolutely not supposed to do? You don't want to do it. You'd never do it. But the thought shows up anyway, and that's the terrifying part. It feels like you might be broken. But here's what's actually happening. Your brain is under extreme social pressure. High rules, high expectations, zero room for error. And when the rules get tighter, your brain does something weird. It starts simulating the exact opposite. Not because it wants chaos, but because it's burning off tension. Think of it like shaking a soda can. The pressure builds, and your brain cracks the lid in your imagination so it doesn't explode in real life. That intrusive thought isn't a plan. It's a pressure valve. Your brain is testing the boundary so you don't cross it. The more inappropriate the thought feels, the more seriously your brain is taking the situation. Number 5, the grooming obsession. You see a pimple, a scab, a tiny imperfection, and something in your brain goes, fix it, remove it. Don't stop until it's gone. You know it's terrifying. You know you shouldn't. And yet, you keep watching those videos. You keep picking. You keep zooming in. So what's going on? This isn't bad self-control. And it's not you being weird. It's one of the oldest instincts you have. Primates spend 20% time grooming each other constantly. They remove parasites, dirt, anything that doesn't belong. Because for millions of years, foreign thing on the body meant danger. So your brain learned a simple rule: remove the anomaly equals restore safety. And here's the part that really hooks you. The moment the problem disappears, your brain releases dopamine. Not pleasure, relief, clean, resolved, under control. That's why those videos are impossible to look away from. Your brain loves clear before and after moments. Mess changes to order. Threat changes to gone. It's not about the pimple, it's about closure. Number 6. The cute aggression. You're holding a baby or a tiny puppy, something impossibly cute. And then your brain whispers something horrifying. I could hurt this. Instant shock, instant guilt, because that thought doesn't just feel wrong. It feels like it came from a place you don't recognize. So you do what everyone does. You don't say it out loud. You don't even finish the thought. You just think, what kind of person am I? Here's the twist. That thought isn't aggression, it's emotional overload. Your brain is drowning in positive emotion. Too much affection, too much attachment, too much care all at once. And when emotions spike too high, the brain does something counterintuitive. It fires an opposite signal, not to act on it, but to regain control. Psychologists call this cute aggression. It's why people say things like, I could just squeeze you, without meaning anything violent at all. That intrusive image is your nervous system slamming the brakes, because unchecked emotional intensity is just as destabilizing as fear. Number 7. The 3 AM Cringe. It's always at night, lights off, phone down, just as you're about to fall asleep. And then your brain does that thing. Out of nowhere, it drags up a moment you didn't ask for. Something you said 10 years ago, a joke that didn't land, a comment that sounded fine in your head but terrible out loud. Your body reacts before you can stop it. You cringe, your stomach tightens. You physically want to disappear into the mattress. And the fear kicks in. What if I'm actually embarrassing? What if people still remember? What if that moment says something permanent about who I am? Here's what's really happening. Your brain isn't being cruel. It's running failure mode analysis. For most of human history, social mistakes weren't just awkward, they were dangerous. Say the wrong thing, break the wrong rule, get rejected by the group, and you didn't just lose friends. You lost protection, food, survival. So the brain evolved a brutal but effective system. Replay the mistake until it hurts enough to be unforgettable. That spike of shame, that physical discomfort, that urge to scream into a pillow, that's your brain saying, never do that again. It's not judging who you are, it's safeguarding your place in the group. So now I'm curious, which thought hit a little too close to home for you? Drop it in the comments. You'll be surprised how many people relate. And if this video made you feel even a little less alone, please hit like and don't forget to subscribe, because your brain has way more terrifying tricks we haven't talked about yet. See you in the next video.